So what is a string? So a string is nothing but a sequence of characters. Okay. So computers, as you all know, they do not understand alphabets or characters, right? They only understand binary values, that is 0 or 1. So even though you all are able to see the characters on your screen, internally it is never stored as it is. It is stored as a combination of zeros and ones. Okay. And this conversion of characters is called encoding, and the reverse process of conversion of these combinations of zeros and ones to the sequence of characters, it is called decoding. So ASCII and Unicode, these are some of the popular encoding method used in Python. We use Unicode character for encoding a sequence of characters to a combination of zeros and ones, and which is eventually understood by the system. Now let's see how strings are created, right? So strings in Python can be created by enclosing them within a single or a double quote. Okay, even triple quotes can be used in Python, but generally we use that to represent multi-line strings or dog strings. So for the ease of creating strings, we just use either double quotes or single quotes. So if we look at this example, so here we have assigned the value hello to our string named as my string, and we can print it using my string. So here what we have used, we are assigning the value using single quote, and here we are assigning the string uh, using assigning the value to the string using double quotes. Okay, so what happens if I run this particular code? So for both of these print statements, we are able to see the same value, which is nothing but hello. Now, once the strings are created, how do we access each and every individual character within that particular string? Okay, so we can access those individual characters using indexing and the range of characters using slicing. So let me show that to you. So what is string indexing? So every character in a string has a position called an index. So let's say if we have a string called Python, so every character will have an index, and that particular index will always start from 0. So p of Python is stored at the zeroed index, and y is at the first index, and going forward till n, so which is stored at the fifth index. And if we look at it as a negative index, so what happens, the last character is at the negative index of -1, and or the second last character is at index of -2, and here the p, which is the sixth character, so it is at the index of -6 if we look at from the back of the string, or if we start from the reverse of the string. So here we need to take a note of 2 points. If we are starting from the front of the string or from the left of the string, so the index will start from 0 and the values will be positive. And if we are starting our indexing from the end of the string to the starting of the string from the right to left, so in that case the index will start with 1, and the values will be negative in nature. So here you will be able to see it is from -1 to -6. So similarly, there is a concept called string slicing. So where we can break the character of the strings using string slicing. So what we do, we uh, include the name of the string, and then we give the start where we want to begin, the starting index, the stopping in index, so where to end. So this is important because the stop which we mentioned, the stopping index which we mentioned, right? So the string stops one value before it. So if we want to stop at the sixth location or the sixth index, then we need to mention the index for the stop as 7. Okay, and the step is nothing but how many characters you want to skip while traversing on to that string. So if you mention it as 1, then it will take one character at a time, and if you mention it as 2, then it will skip 2 characters, and if you do not mention anything in the step, by default it will consider it as 1. Okay, so now let us look how to access characters in a string. We can access individual characters using indexing and a range of characters using slicing. So we saw what is string indexing and what is string slicing. Okay, so as mentioned, if we are starting from the left to right of the string, the starting of the string, so the index will start from 0, and if we are traversing from right to left or from the end of the string, then the index will start from -1. Okay, so if we are trying to access a character which is out of index, it will give an index error. So for example, here in the Python string, so we have we have indexes from 0 to 5. So if we want to access the sixth index, then we do not have any character assigned to the sixth index. Okay, so it will give us an index error. Okay, because it is out of index, and the index must always be an integer. We cannot use float types. If we use that, it will give a type error. And Python also allows negative indexing, as I showed you here. We can use negative indexing if we start from the end of the string. Okay, and that starts with -1, not 0. Okay, so let's take some examples here. So here we have our my string, and the value assigned to it is Python. So if I want to print my first character, so I just need to print the first index, and the first index is always 0. Okay, so if I print it, it will give me Python. It will give me P from Python. Okay, if I want to print my last character using negative indexes, so what I need to do, as I showed you here, if we want to access the last index, so it starts from -1. So if we print the -1 index, it will give us the last index value from the last index, which is n. And let's say if we want to slice from second to the fifth character. Okay, so here the start will be from the second character, and till it will go on to the fifth character. But as I mentioned, the stop condition here, it usually takes stop -1. It slices to stop -1. So here, if we start slicing from second to fifth character, so it is second. So it will start from T H O, and but the N will not get included. It will stop at the condition stop -1. So we will get only THO, which is indexes 2, 3, 4. So you will be able to see here we have got the output as THO if we are slicing from second to fifth character. Okay, so similarly, if we want to display N also, so we just need to give we just need to not give any end character here. Then if I run this, it will give output as THON, and it will slice to till the end of the string. So what happens if I give 6 here, and we want to move to the fifth character? So as you know that we do not have a sixth index pointing to a character here, but still it is not giving us an error, because in the backend it is only slicing till the fifth 6 minus 1 fifth character, and the sixth character is not getting used. So if I make it is 7, so yeah, if I give it the stopping index as 7, so it will eventually not go to 7, and it will stop at the uh, this one fifth index only, and hence it returns THON. Okay, now let's say if we want to print the entire string, so there is a shortcut. We just need to uh, slice it from start to end, right? So from the 0 to the end index, so we can just keep it as empty, the start and the stop, so it will automatically print the entire string. Okay, now if I print from 0 to the third index, so what will happen, it will print out three values, but it will not go to the third index, it will go to 3 minus 1 second index. So what will it return? Pyt. So you will be able to see the output as pyt. Now if I start from the third index and then I have not kept anything for the stop index, and the step is also by default 1, so what will happen, it will slice it throughout till the end of the string. So it starts from the third index h and goes till the end, so HON. It prints HON. Now if I want to reverse a string, okay, so similarly as we got the entire string for Python using keep I mean we just kept the start and the stop index as empty. So even if we want the entire string as a reversed one, we will keep the start and stop index as empty, but only one change which we need to make is to initialize or maybe give the step for this slicing operation as -1. So what happens, it will start from the end of the string. Okay, so the steps will go on from left from the right to the right direction, from the right to the left direction, and the reverse print, the string will be printed as a reverse string. Okay, now what happens if we are trying to access an individual index which is out of range or it is of decimal value? So as I mentioned earlier, if we are trying to access only one index that is out of range, then it won't go till the end. It will just give us as an index error. Okay, because our string has index starting from 0 to 5, and if we are trying to access the 15th index, it is obviously going to give an error of index out of range. Okay, and even if we are printing the index in a decimal value or using decimal value to print the index, then also it will give us an error uh, that specifies the indices must be integers and not the float or not any decimal values. Okay, now how to change or delete a string? So remember, strings are immutable, that means we cannot modify a string data type. Okay, if we assign a value to the string till the end, the value remains the same. No new value can be assigned to the same string. Okay, we can simply reassign different strings to the same name, but we can't uh, assign the same value to a particular different values to a particular string. Okay, so now let's see an example for it. For example, we are initializing my string as hello, and we are trying to uh, change the index fourth index to s. So what will be our fourth index? It will start from 0 1 2 3 4. So fourth index will be 0, so we are trying to change it from sorry o. So we are trying to change the fourth index from o to s. Let's see if it works or not. So as you can see, it is not working because we cannot modify a string, we cannot change the characters within a string because strings are immutable, that means they cannot be changed. Okay, so we cannot delete or remove characters within a string, but what we can do, we can delete an entire string. Okay, so we can delete or we can change characters within this hello within this my string which has a value hello, but we can delete this entire my string. Okay, so using del delete my string, what will happen, it will delete it from the from the memory, and when we try to print it, it will give as an error which is saying which is a name error, and it says my string is not defined. uh, Even though we had defined it here, but once it gets deleted from the memory, it will give us as a name error. So what we need to keep in mind, that strings are immutable, we cannot delete or change the characters within a string, but we can delete an entire string from the memory. Okay. Now look at some of the string operations. So let's say if we want to join one or more string into a single one, then that operation is called a concatenation operator. So that concatenation operator can be done using a plus operator here. We just need to write two string literals together, and then using plus operator we can concatenate them. Using asterisk operator, we can use that to repeat the strings for a given number of times. Let's say we want to repeat a string for 5 number of times, then we will use asterisk character and give the uh, number of times, give the number which we want to repeat. Okay, so here you will be able to see we are assigning the value of hello to string s1 and Satish to string s2. So if we try to concatenate it using plus operator, what it will print? So it will print hello Satish. And if we use asterisk, so if we want to repeat it 3 times, then we can use the asterisk operator and then simply write 3. So the s1 string hello, it will get repeated 3 times. So let me run this cell and show you. So here you will be able to see hello Satish getting concatenated for our this particular print statement, and for this statement s1 asterisk 3 hello is getting repeated 3 times. Okay, now if we want to check if a particular character is falling within a string or not, so this is called string membership test. So if we want to check if a particular operator is a member of that string, that means it is uh, available in that particular string, then we can use it using this one. So let's say if we want to find whether L is present in the hello world string or not, so we will print L in single quotes in the name of the value of the string hello world within the single quotes, and then if I run it, here you can see hello is present 3 times, right? So it will give as true. Now if I try to find a character, so this was all about strings in Python. In the next lecture we will talk about list data structure, which is been extensively used in Python. So till then, keep learning and keep coding. Bye bye.